Good Thursday morning, 31st of May, Tigg's vlog, the Tigg vlog, as I'm beginning to call it. Um, Tomorrow's 1st of June, summer's right around the corner in 23 days. We're getting ready to already get hotter than what we already are here in Iowa. It's pretty hot. It's a little cooler this morning than it has been, but it's been hot already. I hope where you are is not as bad. On a sim racing note, no grip is still down. They are no longer 404. It's just the site cannot be reached. If you're actually getting on it, let me know. I highly doubt you are, but let's share the information about no grip, because there doesn't seem to be anything anywhere on the internet about them being down or anything. No, at least the places I go, which isn't very many anymore. I used to be all over the place, but now I'm just in the 3 or 4, 5 tops. I know they have a Facebook page, but I've not looked for it since this has happened, so maybe the information's there. I'll have to look when I'm done here. I haven't done any hot lap in the past couple of days. I've got like 8 of them now sitting there, but I feel I deserve a break because I've done the 150 odd of them before that, and if I get to these ones before the weekend, I get to them. If I don't, I don't. I just have something to do over the weekend. I haven't even done anything else. I haven't even flipped on a sim or anything. I've downloaded everything he's posted for the hot lap. I just haven't done anything with them. I'm just not, I don't know. Got other things on my mind other than that, and trying to take care of that stuff while I'm not doing that. And what we talked about yesterday ain't gonna happen today either. So at least you watch for 2 minutes before you set it up, realizing it's not gonna happen today. Other than that, there's really not a lot going on. Work is work. Got yelled at last night for helping somebody. That's the last time I helped somebody. Period. I ain't getting yelled at for helping people. That's just ridiculous. Stupid. Ridiculous. I'm still forming that article in my head that I'm going to do on Assetto Corsa as a latecomer to the sim. Looks like there's a sequel in the works, which wouldn't be bad. They're saying it's only a 32-bit game, but it's 64 bits because they wanted to do more RAM or something like that. I was reading because I wanted Targo Flarearo on it, because that sim just begs for that particular track, which is out there. They say it can't run. I said, of course, it cannot run a track that long, but it's out there, and I have it, and I've been on it. I haven't run the full 64 miles of it, or whatever it is. I think it's 64 miles, 59, 60 some odd miles of it. But it's out there, and it does load. Look for it. It's not as pretty as the one that I did for R Factor. I did a lap on that. It's the only time I've ever done a lap on that, and it took me over an hour to do it. It's, from a little bit I've seen, it's not as pretty as that one. I guess I didn't know that one existed, or they converted the old GPL track, which is, I think the other one is too, but they just added eye candy to it. I don't know. It just, it's a nice long drive in the Sicilian countryside, and something cool to have, something to get onto if you want to do one complete lap, because you come out of the pits before the start-finish line, and as soon as you hit it, it starts counting the lap, which is a good thing. So, that's how that works. That's a good track, though, if you just want to go out there and just run for about an hour without moving. Well, I did. There's this thing called the pause button, which helps a lot. But that's there. There's a lot of good tracks out there for Assetto Corsa. Indianapolis is not one of them. I downloaded it. It does not load. I don't think I've mentioned that. I may have. I don't know. But there's no Indy cars in there anyway. So, well, there's a road course car, but there's no speedway car. I did see that there's a IRL 2018 mod in the works for R Factor, which has the speedway cars, has the cars in there, just doesn't have all the teams painted up yet. And the physics are pretty well decent. Um, when I was watching the Indy 500, they said it wasn't as grippy as the previous car, which, I did a lap in the 2016 version, 15, 16 version of the car, 16 version of the car. I think the 17 version is exactly the same. And when I did my with some lapping at Indianapolis, it definitely was not as grippy as the 2016 version. So it's a good little mod. It's pretty. They have templates, which is nice. They understand that they don't own it. They just made the mod and the models, and the IRL owns the actual shapes and whatever. And a lot of mod makers won't give away templates because they think they own it, which they don't. They're just making the simulated version of it. But these guys, I forget the name of the group. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can look real quick too. But they're doing a nice job with the IRL, which is cool that somebody's actually concentrating a little bit on the American open wheel. VSM, that's the name of the group that's doing it. I don't know what the VSM stands for. I don't think there's anything. I just seen them called VSM. I don't know if they've been called anything else other than that, but that's what I have, and they do a good job. And that's over at Race Department in their R Factor download section. So go and get that if you want the prettier, newer car, because the last car was kind of atrocious. Too many body parts, making it look like a closed wheel car, or kind of like the new Formula E car, which has got a lot of arrow over the tires and stuff, which is supposed to be an open wheel, so it's not supposed to be like that. But we'll see what that really looks like. I haven't really seen a good picture of it. I've seen some, but nothing really good in the new Formula E car. I like the car they have now. They shouldn't have changed it already. It's only been around for 3 or 4 years. And if you don't know what Formula E is, it's an open wheel, all electric vehicle. It's not a gas. It's a straight up electric, so it doesn't have the deep, throaty engine sounds. It sounds like a whining transmission, which is, different, and it's kind of cool what they do with it. At least the sim version, it sounds cool. I've actually had to watch a race of that. I've seen some highlights with people talking over, so you really can't hear the engine sounds, all that, or the motor sound, the electric motor sounds, all that clearly. Those are on YouTube. They have a YouTube page, and they have a page here at I said YouTube page, Facebook. They're on Facebook. I love getting all my things confused up and switching around in my head as I'm talking. Don't you love that? Yeah. Anyway, got hot lapping to do over at Stenot. There's tons of it. Road courses, ovals, dirts, R Factor, NR2K. I said, of course, and GTR2 and GTL. All kinds of hot lapping. You don't have to do them all like I've done them all up to this point, up to this week. And go over there and get you some. There's a lot of fun places, a lot of fun tracks to run. Get over there and get some. Get you some. And to the guys who watch this who have content up on Stenod, think about donating $10. They're hosting our stuff for free. Chip in $10 here and there. Ain't gonna hurt you none, and it helps pay the bills there. It's not cheap to do all that, and it's one of the more active sites for sim racing. Even though it's generalized down to NASCAR Racing 2003 season for the most part, it's still one of the most active sites out there. So, it's got a bunch of friendly guys on staff. Me, High Bank, Garrett, 1127. He's one of the co-owners. Donat, of course, is one of the co-owners. But head on over there. If you got content up, if they're hosting your downloads, chip in $10. Hit the donate button. $10 ain't gonna hurt you. Just $10. I donate when I can, which isn't very often, but I still do donate. And I have like 53 downloads up there. Not a lot, and they're all single car files for the most part. So go on, be nice. We're nice enough to host it for you. You can be nice enough to voluntarily chip in $10. Alright, well, that's about all I have for today. This is Tigg. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.